A lot of conversation here about identity, living in the post-cookie world,
Sure.
the post-Google Chrome world, the impact that's will have for publishers, advertisers who want to operate outside the duopoly. What does identity need to look like?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think that answer is definitively evolving. I wouldn't, declare the cookie dead yet. I do think it's going to be increasingly less relevant, but I don't know that it'll ever be irrelevant. But certainly one of the things we're spending a lot of time on is where is consumption happening, where is new consumption happening, and what's the identity signals in that new world. And a lot of that has to do with certainly not only devices, but IP-based content. And so I do think those things are becoming more important. One of the things we're spending a bunch of time on is understanding how to make sure you understand the connections into the home. And so how can you use both IP-based signals as well as home device-based signals to be able to paint an in-home picture so that you can not only connect individuals but households. So I think you'll see more and more of investment in that direction as this world evolves, where we get past the cookie in many ways.
So Matt, tell us where TransUnion stands in terms of this kind of advanced TV world, the targeted TV world, and the role that you play and where you want to play moving forward.
Yeah. So listen, our role in many ways is as an enabler. We have a great consumer truth set, really, really accurate data. We are fortunate to be able to actually leverage and utilize PII in a safe, secure manner, used to government regulations and leaning into the new privacy regulations that will come. And that's all a way to say that a lot of the players in the ecosystem are uncomfortable leveraging PII. They don't have the infrastructure to do that. And so we find that we can be a great partner without necessarily distributing information, but to help be a validation source to turn a lot of unknown information into known information, get beyond just devices, get beyond a thin slice of information about consumers into a much kind of full picture, and again, turn that not only into individuals, but also especially in the advanced TV world for households as well. And so, we made an investment into TruOptic, and we're helping work with them to continue to power their solutions. But our holistic viewpoint is we think we can be an enabler as the world again becomes more IP driven, more digital distribution of all types of content. We think our assets, our knowledge, our data science will be an enabler for people to build end products with consumers, and we'll provide more accurate data, we'll provide a validation engine, we'll provide matching, we can provide attributes at scale as well. And so a little bit of a yes and, but again I think the theme is how can we help you as a publisher, as an ad tech provider, do a better job executing your business, because we can turn unknowns into knowns.
And what's the roadmap look in terms of introducing this or expanding it in the industry?
Well, listen, we're in business today. We're constantly looking at our product stack and how can we evolve it. You'll continue to see us make, I think, moves in that space. But listen, in many ways, I think the roadmap is we're here. Certainly where we think about it is more macro sense. What we're building for, and I think what we're building towards, is we believe strongly in a world that's becoming much more about personalized, real-time, optimized content distribution or content experiences for consumers across all touch points. And how can TransUnion really play a critical part in helping that connectivity across all those different endpoints? That's something I think, I don't think it's rocket science to say that's where the world of marketing and consumer experience is headed. And we think that in many cases the data science and the really kind of technical and kind of sophisticated layer of understanding what to show to consumers and what next best action to highlight, what offer to show, what's the contextual as well as kind of personal experience that makes how do you make that more relevant, are still things that are far from fully solved, and we think we'll have a role to play as that evolves.